going live today.
Don't you watch our Instagram stories?
Oh, yeah. These have armrests if you need
I'm
them.
never going to leave. This is so much fun. This is so much fun. I think people knew we were coming live.
Okay, good.
But everybody's busy this time of year, so who knows, right?
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're the Grocery Girls.
I'm Tracie.
I'm Jodi.
And we're sisters, and we live in Alberta, Canada. And we love to knit and crochet and all the things.
You guys, do you notice we're in a different spot?
We are. This is really fun. We never move.
No.
So this is super fun.
This is Grocery Girls Gone Wild.
Okay. I mean, I feel like we could get more wild, but this is really fun. I was so not organized. I'm not usually the one packing bags and leaving the house, but it was awesome. So I was a few minutes late, but whatever. But Jodi,
you guys,
we were supposed to be on a break.
We were supposed to be on a break.
So we've not missed anything. Like this is 2 weeks later.
Like who knew?
High five. Like we're profesh. We are keeping the schedule.
Well, I have
even
to
though
say,
Jodi had a hip replaced.
I have to say, you guys, everything went so well.
Everybody wants to hear. Tell us.
I'm on the other side. I am 9 days post-op, and it could not have gone any better, you guys.
Your husband told my husband that you were bored out of your mind and driving him crazy.
Did he?
A little bit. You know, they like to joke.
I was bored. You know what I not realized, but I know I like to be busy.
Yeah.
And so when you're with that first week, when you're really not feeling 100%, so you don't really want to do all the knitting.
Yeah.
I did feel a little bit bored.
I think it's different when you have to stay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When your options for mobility and moving out and all, like you can't just get in your car and go somewhere for half an hour. You can't drive.
I can't drive yet, you guys.
For how long?
Might be 6 to 12 weeks.
That's a long time.
You'll
You'll be on the earlier end of that.
Especially because it's my right leg.
Right.
So everything went so well. I saw everybody's well wishes. They're so greatly appreciated. My anxiety flared.
After?
Yes.
Just because it's a scary situation having surgery.
Well, and I was always like health anxiety. Like if something twinged, I'm like, oh my God, it's the worst. Right. So my anxiety is very under control.
Yeah.
Because I'm on a daily.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. But this threw me for a loop, you guys. I felt needy.
Oh.
I felt anxious. I felt.
Oh my God! You got texts every day. How are you doing? Great. Everything's great.
No. Like great.
I know, but I mean everything. Like how are you doing? Like everything.
Yes.
So
and it threw me for a loop. Here's the thing. They need to tell you everything that could go wrong.
I know.
So guess what my brain does?
That's the worst. They shouldn't be telling you that.
The second they should tell Shane that.
Right. It's like I think it's a legal thing.
The second I had a twinge,
that's scary.
It was totally like the worst. I have an infection.
Yeah.
Or I have a blood clot. Or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway,
all of that.
It's I've gotten over the hump.
That reminds me of Georgia. Like like she's always giving me updates on symptoms for things, and it's because of her anxiety. Right? It will flare, and you guys, like anxiety takes you to that worst case scenario every time.
Because it manifests physically. You can't separate that mind from your body. If you're anxious, there will be physical symptoms.
Yeah,
and
anxiety is terrible.
It's like a vicious circle because like I'm like nervous, something's not going great, and I had zero reason to think that.
But you've never had a hip replaced. It's major, like it's big deal surgery.
And okay, so for me, when I have local anesthetic at the dentist, it's got epinephrine in it, right? That's part of it. So
I didn't know that.
It makes my heart race. And
it does?
But when it wears off, it's totally fine. So when I was they give you local anesthetic before the spinal. I only had a spinal. I wasn't put out. So then my heart rate was up. My heart monitor was totally fine. But so after recovery, I'm like, my monitor's beeping because my heart rate's up. Oh. So then it was like a vicious circle.
Yeah.
So obviously, like 6 hours later when everything wore off, everything is fine.
Right.
I'm totally normal. My heart, like everything is perfect, but I wind myself up.
Did you tell the nurses or the doctors, like, Like, would you even think to say, I'm a super anxious person?
From the second I got there.
Okay, good. Because I think that's a very valuable information for them.
The anesthesiologist came
Maybe
out
they'll
after.
over-explain, like even take more time because they know you're anxious, and you're the patient, right? That's what they do.
They weren't
take care of
nervous.
people.
They weren't nervous. They said my heart rate was up through the whole surgery, and it was up until about 6 hours after.
Yeah.
And it was like
There was a reason.
They weren't nervous.
Great.
I was on heart but of course.
I guess we have to remember they literally do this every single day you wake up. There are people getting done what you had done.
They gave me Star. Good morning, Star.
Star. Good morning.
They gave me.
Okay, that's a great idea. Getting extra.
They give it to you before you go in.
Extra
Everyone,
anxiety.
just to everybody, I think,
To chill you out.
But then after, it was like, he came out twice.
Good.
Yeah.
Great.
And then he called me the next day, the anesthesiologist.
Great.
Yeah. It was all good. There was zero reason. I was surrounded by, it was almost like ICU. There was a nurse with you in recovery the whole entire time. There was zero concern.
For them.
Yes.
Listen, it's scary. Even when I went for that stupid colonoscopy, which does not compare to a hip replacement.
No, yes.
But you're in a setting of an operating room.
Yes.
And that is anxious to me
Yes.
anyway, as someone that I don't suffer all the time with anxiety, but medical things freak me out.
It's so unfamiliar, and when it comes to your
I
body, it's shit.
I have to say, I did love whatever they gave me to chill me out.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
very helpful.
Yeah.
And I would not consider that optional. I think everybody should have that when you go in these situations.
Yeah.
Well,
so I'm
thrilled
I'm
for you.
way on the other side. I'm super less anxious because now I'm 9 or 10 days post-op, and everything's going really, really, really well.
Yes, if you had an infection, you would know by now.
Oh yeah. All of that.
From the surgery anyway, right? Anyway.
So it's all good. I'm going to a movie today. There's a Christmas movie I didn't know was out.
Oh, are you going to the one with Judy Greer? Which one are you going to?
I'm going to the one with Dwayne
that one I want to see too.
and Chris Evans.
Okay, there's also one that looks awesome.
Yeah.
There's also one with Judy Greer. And it's kind of in the vein of, it's a family Christmas thing. It looks amazing. It's totally up my alley. I couldn't love her more, but I also love Christmas movies.
I got to take a picture so you can see.
I was just thinking that. We have an audience today, and there's a lot of judgy looks happening.
That's my cat with their catio right there outside the window. This is our back corner where down here is where we ship and have all of our yarn. Back there is the living room, and then the hallway to the front door, and then to the kitchen that way. So,
and Jodi's so lucky; she's got a million windows.
All south.
This is your addition. Like your house was a bungalow, or it is a bungalow, but then somebody added on quite a big portion, and it's awesome.
It's nice.
I love a bungalow. It's my favorite.
I do.
A spacious bungalow like this.
I'm hoping when we move, we get a ranch.
Yeah,
I've said, or at least the primary suite on the main floor. Right?
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. I love it. That's exciting.
So-
Kate, did you get yourself any advent calendars or anything?
I did. And I thought we could open it this morning.
Yay!
I saved 2 days. One for you, one for me. So
I know these envelopes.
this is from Ocean Loops, you guys. Lolly, our dear friend Lolly, does the stitch markers.
She does such beautiful knitters. Okay, tell me about this thing.
This is an add-on if you wanted to have the ring. It's kind of like a bag ornament, to bling out your bags or to
It's a dingle dangle, says Crafty Jackalope.
There you go. These are the first 3. Oh, they're so beautiful.
So it can just hold all your stitch markers. You're right. You can clip it on your bag.
Yeah,
and then
this is a clip.
I love it. And she does these beautiful silk velvet ribbons and stuff.
But
They're
you guys,
gorgeous.
look at these. You can buy these separately from her in all different colors, but look how fun just to be on your bag.
Everybody needs it. You need at least one of those.
Yeah. Okay, so let's open these. So you've got day 4. Let's see what it is.
Okay, what day do you have?
5.
Okay, here we go. Can you imagine how much work? Every little thing is tied with a little ribbon. It's so cute. Oh, I love it already. Look.
Oh, it's beautiful. Almost
It's a
looks
little
jade.
flower.
Is it jade? Oh no, it's clear. Oh, it's a stone of some kind.
It's so pretty. It's faceted and sparkly.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I love the hexagon. These are one of my favorite tops with the little hexagon. Where could you see that?
Yeah.
Love it. So cute. Okay,
do
where's
love
your
that.
thing? Where's your ring?
Here's.
Put it on.
Okay, day 5. Oh, it's a pearl.
Ooh.
On a beautiful gold. Look at that. You
That's
guys.
so pretty.
With a round.
Spoiler
finding.
alert, we're opening
Oh yeah.
today's. Whatever. Jodi, it's so pretty.
Don't you love that?
Yes. That's
Okay.
awesome.
So that, and you guys, I have a sock advent.
A what? Oh,
Socks.
yes. Jodi, I haven't started mine yet, but I'm going to.
Well, then crank a tube. Who
no,
cares?
I really want to knit it. And I love DK.
I know,
DK
but
knits. No, I want to knit it.
how fun is this?
Super fun.
Yeah.
I had Lolly's Advent last year, and it was truly one of my favorite Advent experiences. It came with no pressure to knit the yarn.
Mm-hmm.
I love yarn ones too, but it was also just like, and you can give some to your friends if you want or whatever. But I love her style. They're never so big, right? They really go on your projects well, and it was. I'm a big fan.
I am a huge fan because I love having these pretty little things on.
Me too.
On my knitting.
Me too.
Did you get an advent?
I got like a chocolate advent. I have nothing to show for that.
Did you have
because
jam?
I'm already days ahead.
Are you?
Oh yeah, I'm days ahead.
What was
in my
your chocolate advent?
It was the one from Loca, and it wasn't actually all chocolate. I've had a chocolate dipped shortbread that was like the size of a loonie. I've had a handmade caramel, and I've had these other little square things, like it's a poured candy base of some kind, but they were all different flavor. There's a few of those, and one of them was like passion fruit, and it had dehydrated raspberries on it. Like it was tangy and delicious, but I'm the chocolate girl, but it's been really good. It's had things that I didn't know I loved, like Earl Grey truffles, and like it's been really good.
You don't listen.
Like a little treat every day.
It is really fun to have a little something to open every day, and now that you can get those empty advent things, not now that you can like make your own.
There's
and have
some
little
nice
treats
ones
every day. Anyway, it's fun.
Okay, I also got the Laneige. I got one from Sephora. So I'll quickly show you my 5 days of Laneige. I'm obsessed with their, okay, so I actually have used this twice in the last 5 days. This is their water sleeping mask, and it's just kind of a gel cream you put on at night. And then they say, rinse it off in the morning, but it is supposed. Well, my skin sucks it up. I don't feel like I have anything.
nothing left.
No, there's nothing left.
Oh, it goes on beautifully.
It's nice, right? And then I think this was day 2, which was their their lip balm. Like their lip products are beyond with moisturizing, right? And this is the gummy bear scent. So this I can just throw in my bag or whatever. And then the next day I got the sleeping mask. This is the thing you told me about the sleeping mask. I have never been without it since.
They come in 1,000,000 cents.
I saved this for you.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I saved it for you. It's so nice, right?
So
gummy bear. Is it a berry?
Smells like grape crush or something.
It's so nice. So it's the same scent as this. So I thought, oh my God, I'm going to give you the lip mask. And then today, this is only a 12-day advent, but I love the whole skincare. I've never tried Laneige skincare, so I thought this is the way to go. Okay. This was, I think, day 2. It's called Cream Skin, and it's a milky, it's like a toner moisturizer. It's really nice. I've been using it.
Okay, so you use it as a toner.
It's a toner and moisturizer. So when it's serapeptides, which, you look at stuff, I don't know what that does, but I see it in lots of skincare. It feels really nice when you pat it on.
I love a toner.
But it doesn't feel like, some toners feel like you've just sort of stripped your skin or you've taken oil off or whatever. This one's like a moisturizing.
And when I say toner, I mean this type of toner,
It's so
not the
nice.
astringent toner that we remember.
Right. So this, Jodi, really nice. And I love the little sample sizes because now, they get you, right?
Okay.
This is full size.
I love it.
But this, I can see myself buying again.
Tip.
Pro tip.
You can get empty travel size spritz bottles, little.
That would be perfect for this.
That's what I've been putting my toners in, rather than getting out a pack. I think you waste product that way.
And I was literally like doing the old, like,
Yeah.
whatever the men used to do with their aftershave.
Then you can go.
This is a good idea.
Yeah.
It should come in a spray bottle.
Yeah.
And then today was the serum, the Waterbank hyaluronic acid serum, which again, you know, I have stuff that I love, but I love trying new things. Felt great.
Do you guys know how many serums I have? I
Right.
am a glutton for serums.
If I'm trying a new skincare line, that's what I'll get. And for those that don't know, we complain about it all the time. We live in a really dry place. And especially now when it's winter and colder, I mean, I don't know about you, but I cannot make my hands not dry. Like, look, they still look like old granny.
No. Can I just say that we have had Arctic weather these last 2 weeks? Like, crazy amount of snow and Arctic weather.
It is.
He just wants to go outside.
I was just going to say, I think your cat wants to go outside. He's pawing at the window.
You guys, it feels like we're in Antarctica.
It's getting nicer, though. Like,
This week is.
it was melting, but yeah, it was free. It was terrible.
Felt like minus 30 at some point
And
last
the
week
days
already.
that it was snowing, I was like, oh my gosh, we're
This is
finally in
bullshit.
winter. I'm going to park my ass and I'm going to knit, if only.
I think I've had a fire every single day.
Yeah, us too. Us too.
Yeah.
And I finally decorated my tree.
I know, it's nice.
I love decorating my tree. So
Was it
feels
up
good.
and not decorated?
For a couple of days because our pre-lit tree, half the lights now weren't working. So now I had to go back, and that's a whole rigmarole going to the thing and getting, like, am I getting the same color that is on my tree? Like you say, warm white, but that's different for whatever. Just the
Oh, look. There's beans right there.
Hi, kitty. Hey. Anyway, I love it. I could have my tree with just lights. Like, I could just call it a day.
Okay, have you started Christmas baking?
No, but I think we're going to do that this weekend.
Okay.
What about you?
No.
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 Here's the thing. Anything we bake, we eat.
I know.
Right? So I like also gifting it, right? The kids are coming for dinner on Monday. We
Why Monday?
always like to have sweets.
Just Monday because it didn't work on the weekend?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And so I will make Georgia and I will do some fun things this weekend and then give a whole bunch to them to take home. Because
Okay,
they have
good.
zero time
No.
to do that kind of stuff.
And that's right. I could just eat it. So we were kind of just like, it's important that everyone gets in what they think Christmas is for them. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
whatever your holiday
What do you
is.
want?
Yeah.
And so they were going to make a little
I
baking
feel
list.
like Instagram and social media and all that make you feel like you're not doing it right. If you're not baking your butt off and decorating a perfect tree and doing all this crap, I'm not falling for it anymore. I absolutely refuse to buy into it.
Oh no, I forged all the stuff that you see here before.
Well, you're exceptional. I'm not falling for it. Like I did buy cookie stamps though, and I did buy sweater shaped cookie ornament, like cutters. I thought it might be fun to do sweater shaped gingerbread cookies or
Okay.
sugar cookies. Georgia likes to do roll out cookies.
I love that. Oh, you know what I had trouble doing? Is getting the rolling pin, the cutout rolling pin to work properly.
I feel like those suckers should be made of silicone or something.
Yeah.
Like traditionally they're wood, but you know what?
I guess extra flour.
Instead of it being a cut out, like where your dough is going into I think it should be like 3D printed. Do you know what I mean? Where your texture's popping off the rolling pin and you can just go like this. Because you can do that for like silicone or what is that, Fimo clay or whatever.
Yeah.
You can get textured rolling
Yeah, you can.
pins. So that's putting texture on, but not putting
Yeah.
it in the grooves, if that makes sense. Anyway, I bought cookie stamps. So you can just do roll balls of sugar cookie and just go. We'll see how it goes.
I have the gun.
And those are silicone.
I have the gun where you put the shortbread dough in it and
Those
Die cut.
It's called a cookie press.
love it.
That is one of my all-time favorite ingrained
we used to do with Mom.
memory from a
Yes.
kid because our mom had her mom's cookie press kit and she would do them every year. I will never see a cookie press without thinking of fun things that we did with our mom at home. And speaking of, we are in the middle of our 12 days of Merry Everything gift-aways on Instagram. So come see us on Instagram. But every day there's a prompt. Tell us your favorite holiday, blah. So people that are here right now live, what should we do for prompts? It's the thing that, like at the very end, like you've taken a picture and putting things together and you're like, okay, well, what are we supposed to ask for?
Okay, good.
So we need that. We need prompt.
Have you done, what's your favorite Christmas baking recipe?
Yes, I think that was maybe number one.
Okay.
Today was tell us your favorite Christmas holiday or just holiday, whatever your holiday is. These are only holiday. It's not a Christmas thing. Party food, holiday party food. Like, people say, oh, she does this crab dip or she does the whatever, like that everybody loves. We want to know your party food.
Oh, favorite ornament?
Yeah, I love that too. Yesterday, I think, was your favorite
holiday song.
Handmade. Oh, I love song too. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I should be writing these down.
Favorite childhood, no, that could be really terrible for people. What about your favorite, like, holiday cartoon?
Yeah, I love that too.
Or your favorite winter cartoon?
Yeah, like
Favorite reindeer.
Old school, like when you were 10, what was your favorite Hallmark actor? That's so funny. I don't know any.
Oh, yeah. There's a few.
But there's people that know lots.
Yeah.
And actually, it's so much fun to read the comments and see, and it's really lovely that people want to play along, and we've been so lucky to have, people send us things, and
The prizes are great.
the prizes
I'm entering.
are great. You should. And I use a app to do giveaways specifically because if anybody that knows us wins, you don't ever want it to think it's rigged.
No.
It's never rigged. So I use an app specifically so that it's like that. So I love that.
And from the Perfect Blend, Terry won. We talked about Terry, you guys, remember?
Terry and Mary.
Terry and Mary from the Perfect Blend in...
And Terry is
Rhinebeck.
whole knit and caboodle yarn.
No, it wasn't Rhinebeck.
It was in Saugerties.
Saugerties.
So, but it was our trip to Rhinebeck, and it was so much fun to see her name pop up.
Favorite childhood gift?
Yes. Okay, tell us yours. What is an old school childhood present you received that is still like in your heart that you just think was the best?
Do you know, you guys? I don't know.
Don't think too hard.
I don't know how my brain works, and I don't know if I've got a touch of ADHD that my brain is going a million miles all the time. I don't remember
Anything.
No.
I remember things for you. Your Cabbage Patch doll was a big deal.
Oh, Cabbage Patch doll. Yes.
Big deal.
Big. You guys, I think my mom, it was like that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the doll.
Jingle All the Way. It's one of my
That's what it
favorite-
was like. And I bet you, I wonder if it was based off that.
Maybe.
Anyway, that was a huge highlight for me. I don't really remember.
Yeah.
And not because I'm suppressing it. I just don't remember. My memory's terrible.
Yeah. I remember a few things. I remember loving Holly Hobby.
Yes. You know what I remember? You getting that ski coat that was half cream, half navy.
And I love that too, but I didn't remember that. You're just remembering that. I love that. That was like teenage gift, and that was a great coat.
I remember that. Maybe because there's a photo of it, you sitting on the edge
I
of the
love that coat. But things that I remember, I loved the little professor, the little calculator. The last time I loved math was the little professor.
That's so funny.
And I did get that Simon game one year, and I loved playing that game.
I follow a couple of people on TikTok that do like vintage, like things from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that come up, and I'm like, I totally remember that.
Right. Those posts that come up now, like go get a mammogram if you got this toy or get your colonoscopy.
Totally.
Get
your hearing checked.
It all relates to
Yeah.
me now. Like that's our age range. So it's really more about just feeling warm memories, but there are definitely some toys that pop out in my mind.
Yeah.
And our brother was Lego all the time. Hey, I'm actually thinking about getting some of that flower Lego.
Do.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's so pretty.
There's so much, Tracy.
Do I really want to take time away from my knitting, do Lego? I don't know.
What about Georgia?
Maybe.
I just think they make so many things for listen, Lego is for every single age.
That's true. No, there's no age limit for sure.
I think they're so much fun. I love Lego.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea. Georgia beaded all these wooden beads, and our tree, we must have, I don't know how many meters of wooden bead garland, but she made them all.
That's amazing.
It actually looks so beautiful. Like, it's my choice of garland. I love the unfinished beads.
Yeah, I love
Like the wooden ones.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so have you been knitting?
Yeah.
Sweltering. Let's talk about what we're wearing.
A little bit.
So I can take off my sweater.
Okay, good, because I was kind of like hot flashing. You go.
Yeah, I'm going to crack the window too.
Can I do it from here?
I don't think you can reach it. I'll have to go in behind.
Okay.
I'm wearing the Cloud Sweater by Petite Knit, and it is knit in Drops Air.
I love it so much. Every time I see it, I just want to steal it. It's so beautiful.
It's a boxy kind of relaxed, beautiful. I think I haven't gleaned it yet, but it's so.
Whatever size you chose is the absolute perfect. It looks so good on you.
Darlene knit this for me.
Darlene's the best.
I feel like I should have maybe gone down a size.
No, I don't think so.
You like it?
Well, you can, but I think a box, that's why a drop shoulder, it's meant to be.
Yeah. No.
There's a certain amount of, but yeah, you can go way tons of positive ease or not as much. You feel that way with it? I think it looks like the perfect sweatshirt fit.
Okay, guess what we did?
I can't imagine.
Jordan,
Good or bad?
Jordan wanted to borrow this, and it had some marks on it. So I said, let's wash it. Let's wash it and dry it.
In the washing machine?
Yeah.
In the dryer?
Delicate wash. It's a 30-minute delicate cycle, cold water, and air only.
Oh, air only. Okay.
Only air.
Okay.
And it just like bloomed. It was never fully blocked that way to begin with.
That's awesome.
It just bloomed enough and air fluffed that it was like
Okay, so
beautiful.
I love that. Like, my machine too has a wool setting. Like, it basically just cradles and just kind of like rinses it. But I've never been brave enough to do the dryer part, and I love that.
You know
this
what had
worked for
happened?
you.
It had also kind of stretched out a bit to the point where I wasn't wearing it.
Yeah.
And I thought, let's give this a try, because it either is going to wreck it and I don't wear it, or I don't do it and I still don't wear it.
So what do you think now? What do you think?
It just like went a little bit enough that it is perfect.
Jodi, I think it looks amazing on you. I think the size is perfect, but everybody has their own.
But it's like, but it blocked so beautifully. I would not recommend people do that.
No.
Because who knows what could happen.
Yeah.
But boy, did that work.
I really love the rolled edges on here. This sweater has my name all over it.
So it's got some straight stockinette rounds before bind off and before you do the collar. Oh no, yeah. There's no ribbing here, but also here.
But I love that.
But isn't that a nice feature, you guys? 'Cause
Yes.
It's a little bit of a roll.
Yes.
Anyway, this sweater I could not recommend more.
You need another one.
It's so beautiful.
Don't you think?
Well, when you get that shape that's just so effortless and
And
easy to wear.
the fabric for our winters is so cozy. I put on my Turtle Dove 2 the other day, and it's in Sneffnug, which is like so similar to Drops Air. I think the way it's made. And it was like the perfect. That was when it was really cold out. It's a great yarn, both of these.
I love these.
And I love Drops Air just as much. And the price point is drastically different. So I feel like I would happily choose Drops Air. But in the reason I chose Sneffnug was the color that they had made. They were one of the first kind of air-blown ones to do that dirty pink color. But now you can get a really beautiful version of that in Drops Air too, I think.
Well, I was
love this
surprised
gray.
how well this fared, if I'm honest.
That's such a good...
But so there was zero heat put on this and very minimal agitation.
And I've been in that situation too before where you're like, look, it's already kind of wrecked, or it's already something I'm not going to use anymore. So
that's where I was.
Let's do it and see where we go.
Drops Air is zero itch at all. It is the softest, lightest, beautiful yarn.
What do you feel about pilling? I do not feel the Snef Nug pills very much at all.
Because it's fuzzy, you guys, yes, you're going
a
to
little bit.
Initially, you're going to have to glean it after you wear it several times, but then the pilling almost is non-existent.
Yeah.
You have to get that initial fuzz layer off.
Yeah. But it's not something that chronically pills.
No.
Like you're not always.
No. Not at all.
No.
And these little clumps just go like that.
Yeah.
And then it's...
But if you don't have a gleaner, get a gleaner. Because then if things are a little bit pilly, it's not a big deal to maintain that.
Yeah,
And just to take
I
them
agree.
off quickly. But no, I would say not.
Agree.
And I'm wearing the Instant Crush sweater by Joji Locatelli in all Frankie Grey Fibres yarns. This main color is Smoke Show, Toffee, and Whisper maybe. And I don't Chestnut. And what's this?
This darker one is denim.
Oh, denim and Smoke Show. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Anyway, I love this. It is super cozy. It's an all over colorwork sweater, and it's double stranded mohair. And I'll be honest, when I cast on, I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to wear this because I'm 55 years old and I get hot flashes. So I'm thinking I'm never going to wear this double stranded mohair. And it's totally not true. I wear it and am comfortable in it a lot.
I felt the same way, like double mohair all over.
Yeah.
I never knit mine, but I wear it all the time.
Right.
It's a boxy shape.
Yeah.
It is so beautiful to wear, that double mohair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loose
totally.
gauge.
It's like 20 stitches or something.
Yeah.
So you're knitting kind of worsted DK weight gauge. Just do a swatch. If you're using mohair, make sure you do a swatch and you know your gauge, because there is no like, I'll block it out.
No, not with mohair.
So I love it. And I chose a size that's a little bit bigger, so I can just wear this with leggings and be like cozy like a sweatshirt. I love it.
Good.
Love it. I don't save any knits anymore. They're all sweatshirts to me. Like, wear them all the time. I love it.
Your
I would
sparkle
knit
one
this
too?
again. Yeah, totally. I wear it all the time.
I love that.
I need another one. I need to knit with more sequins. I would knit this again tomorrow. Like, I would cast on in double mohair again tomorrow. What about your majestic fluff from Frankie Grey that's got the cashmere?
I know. That's got to be a double held something.
Yeah.
I actually
Even
think
just stripes, Jodi.
just a double majestic fluff, beautifully either one color or beautifully striped with a touch of sparkle. That's Stellina through.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
There's a sweater called Kumo, and it was designed with La Bien-Aimé's Kumo, which is their Surrey alpaca base. That might be a good option. I've always loved it. It's got giant wide stripes.
I forgot my iPad today.
And they used like a neon and mauvey lavender, I think, colors for it. in stripes.
KUMO?
Yeah.
I love finding those patterns that are kind of like, I don't want to downplay it by saying a recipe, but like a recipe for you to put your own stamp on it.
Sure.
Like, choose your color, your stripes,
Yes.
your whatever you're going to add.
That's easy to do that. Like, sometimes there's something with 6 colors of yarn and it's hard to combine them all. But this is like, oh, gray. Okay. Yes, that's it. I love it.
Obsessed.
I love it. I think it's an awesome design, and I can only imagine Jodi.
Julia Wilkins.
She's an amazing designer too.
So it's lace in lace. It's DK. It's 18 stitch gauge. And boy, is that spectacular.
And I think that's part of the reason that this is not so hot, because of the big gauge, right? Like, it's not, you're not creating this super iron fabric that's all made out of mohair. You've got some flow and airs happening. I love it. She's got another one called, I think, the Dot Sweater that I've always wanted to make. And Julia's got a YouTube channel, and she does really fun videos. And they're always super short. And
This one,
yeah.
it's called Sugar.
Okay, that's it.
Let me show you guys. Oh, it's so cute.
It's simple mosaic color work, I believe.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Like, you're just slipping stitches. Oh, what a gorgeous version.
Right?
Yeah.
And the combinations are endless.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, this one's gorgeous. Oh, wow.
So pretty.
I don't know what's with Ravelry and not being able to zoom in, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe it's the phone. I don't know.
This one's beautiful, you guys. They've used 3 colors. 1 main, 1 contrast, and then a third for your ribbing.
It's super cute.
That's beautiful.
I can't knit fast enough to knit all the things that I want, but that Kumo one, now.
It was in my favorites already.
Now, I feel like I need to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what color of yours is calling my name these days? Mayflowers.
You've always loved. That's an OG color you've always loved.
Yeah, it's a really blue-based, like pinky purple.
I feel like
it's a complicated color because some people look at it and go, "Oh, it's purple." Some people, oh,
this is on mohair,
like,
right?
Yes, yes.
It's going to be a little bit softer on Surrey,
and I mean, your Hello Yellow goes with everything. Yeah. I mean, I do truly think that's a neutral.
I don't think I have it on Surrey.
Okay, speaking of Hello Yellow, did I not bring my phone?
Where's Oh, you guys.
I gotta get my phone.
Can we just say this? This is Hello Yellow on mohair.
Oh, it's amazing.
Hello Yellow is one of those pale neons.
Look at those two together and tell me.
Okay, that should be a Kumo.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my
that Hello Yellow is so good, you guys.
It would be amazing to put in any kind of a color work. I feel like it's not a neon.
Yeah.
But it's a color that gives some glow to your project. Ooh, that's pretty too.
Lucky Lavender is a little bit softer.
I like that a lot too, actually.
But it's quite pretty.
Yeah.
Anyway. Beautiful.
Dreaming. I love dream knitting. But I was doing actual knitting.
I did do actual knitting too.
Do you want to share
Have you
with
been
us?
busy? The last 2
I've
weeks?
been
Do you
busy.
feel like you've been busy?
Yeah, you know what? We had a small business sale in our shop.
Yes.
Which was, thank you so much to everybody for supporting small businesses. I shared a little story, and I'm sure it's true for every small business, but we've always worked in a small business, a small family-owned business. So we don't know what it's like to work for like a big corporation or sort of a faceless entity. Like to us, it's always been personal. And I remember when we were growing up, even to buy our kids' clothes, there was someone in the neighborhood that had an amazing family-owned children's store called Jack and Jill. And our mom would go to Jack and Jill to buy our clothes, or like go somewhere, like if somebody had a wine store or a liquor store, like whatever, our parents made it a point to shop small. All the time, not just Small Business Saturday.
And gosh, it's hard. They make it harder and harder these days, but it's ever more important.
It's true.
So important.
It's true. So thank you to those that read our little story and sent a heart. And I know it really reflects a lot of people's ways to shop. And you're right, in this day and age of Amazon where you can click and get it delivered to your door, it really is... It means so much to small businesses that you choose us.
It really does.
So yeah, that was a little busy, and our 12 days has been busy, but like in the best way. Busy, productive. I just want to call it productive.
Vincent's here.
Vincent! I hope you're well.
Yes, all of that to say, we appreciate you shopping with us.
So much.
And we're grateful.
Yeah, so grateful. And I see Lauralee Beltman. Lauralee,
Is she
hello.
here? Oh my God.
Oh.
I get so mad. I think of Lauralee all the time because for some reason across my For You page on TikTok, I get all these pickleball things.
Right. She's amazing.
These like parodies and funny things about pickleball. It can get spicy.
Really?
Well, I guess if you're playing with assholes,
Okay,
but it's funny. Like I get like
it doesn't have to be.
No.
And I see Michelle Woolens and Nosh. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Speaking of spicy, you said something about watching what's it called? Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I was watching that.
And
it's like watching high school.
it is.
It's like they're 17.
Yeah. But we're here for it.
Mean Girls. Yeah. I watched 6
Get ready.
episodes.
Season 2's coming.
Oh my gosh. Like, honestly, it was like I just couldn't. Like, I have no words.
And now there's more drama after. that Taylor, the main girl,
Yeah, I know who Taylor is
was
now.
hooking up with another girl, and she was denying it, but Taylor's got photos, and it's just like,
But that's
it's
to
dirty.
me, it's kind
dirty.
of it's icky.
Yeah.
It's icky.
I'm here for it, but
I was the whole time I'm like, you should turn this off. But I know, but like, look what just
I know.
I know.
know.
Okay, I'm shocked.
yes, I know. Anyway,
It was educational on a certain level because I don't know anything about that community. But at that same time, it was just the type of people that I never want to be around. Right? It just seemed very high school to me.
Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Where's that?
Prime. There's 4 or 5 episodes already.
Okay, yes, to that.
And what's his name? Scarlett Johansson's husband.
Oh, Colin Jost.
Colin Jost, the host.
He is?
He's the host. But it's interesting. It's 3 teams, but there are 3 people on each team. Like, Tracie, you, Amber, and I have to go on it. We would kill it.
Oh my God. Don't even tease me about that. That is something on my bucket
Kill
list.
it.
To be, like, I don't want to be on a game show where it's on TV and people watch you, but I would love to play. I just want to play.
All pop culture.
I love game shows.
I can't even tell you. It's never
And
been
I love Colin Jost.
Yeah. I'm having trouble because I love Ken Jennings. I just have to get past it. It's not Ken Jennings. It's really good. It's on, I don't know if it's on regular TV, but it's streaming on Prime. You should watch it. It's fun.
Somebody just said no that all Mormon wives are like not like that. You guys, I know
We
that.
know that.
This is a
Yes.
TV show, and that is the way
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I would never judge, and I'm not making a blanket statement at all.
Just these group of women.
It's just like saying that every like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, that all the people are
Yeah.
like it's just it is what it is, and it's not a blanket statement, and know that we are not making any judgments at all. But it's a crazy
I'm
show.
judging.
It's a crazy
I
show.
know, it's crazy.
And it just reminded me of like Mean Girls in high school.
Oh, I'm going to put on my
With
t-shirt.
babies.
Wait. I'm going to show you my scar. Hang on.
Oh. And we are dropping the ball because apparently we're not too old to do dances on TikTok.
No, Tracie, we are not. There's people way older than us.
Really? Well, send me that then because I feel like that's bullshit. But, okay, that's so cute.
Okay, you guys, this was a
This
purchase.
is so cute.
That Yarn Habit.
The knitter.
Look at this graphic. You know, we've showed Tara and her mom's sweatshirts. They do sweatshirts and they do thick. But look at this.
Jodi, it's awesome. Actually,
This is an XL.
I am not
just
surprised
to see how it fits.
because they have really cool,
They have really,
really cool merch like the sweatshirts, t-shirts.
that Yarn Habit. And you can find their merch on there.
And last year I had a sweatshirt that said Mary AF. Remember that?
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
But I think I washed it wrong because something came off.
Okay.
Now, I would order another one
Now
in a
it just
second.
says Mary F.
Just says AF. Like, what's your problem?
Yeah, this shirt's amazing.
Jodi, that's
you guys.
awesome. And I love a black and white.
I do too.
It's the stuff that I would wear all the time.
Yeah, the knitter. Like a tarot card, the knitter. Love
That's
it.
really cool.
Thank you. I love it.
Okay. Yes, I've been knitting.
Okay, good. Show me.
Okay.
I'm just going to put this
I
here.
will show you my cutest project first, okay?
Okay.
This is what I started knitting, and then it was like, whoa, you better stop because you're never going to get anything else done.
Oh my God, you are so...
What happened to the other one? I had a green one. What the heck? I don't know where it went. Anyway.
My God. Oh, you're kidding me.
I have a giant basket of fun yarns to make ornaments and patterns. So this is a little raglan sweater. Can you see the sparkles? See
Yes.
those sequins?
I can't even.
Sock yarn, mohair, mega bling, lang paillettes. So that was the main color. I held all those three together. And this is from the Susan B. Anderson. It's called the Holiday Charm pattern. And there's a little hat, a tree, mittens, socks, and the raglan sweater. And it doesn't matter what yarns you use. Like, she's using sock yarn with a tiny, tiny needle. I knit this on a 3.75 millimeter needle because I bulked up my yarn to almost, for sure, DK. And who cares how big
Let me
this
try
is?
it on.
Right. It's the perfect fit.
Tracie!
So it's a couple of hours.
You have a hanger.
Jodi, I went down the rabbit hole.
Tracie has a hanger.
These are little like 2-inch hangers that you can get on Amazon. A package of 50. I bought 2. I've got enough hangers to knit for my
You got a hanger. You got a
Everybody's
hanger.
getting hangers. But this was
Obsessed.
so much fun. And I just did
love the satin
single
ribbon.
round of stripe here. This is just adding a little stripe. And then duplicate stitch for the tree. And I just sort of made it up. But the tree, the star on the tree is also a yarn from the Crafty Jackalope. And it's that super tinsely, it looks like tree tinsel.
Looks like gold eyelash.
So I double
yarn.
stranded it and just did like a crisscross star. It was...
I don't know how you got anything else done.
Oh, I could literally just knit these.
I could knit just ornaments.
This was so much fun.
Oh, dishwasher's
And
done.
the next thing I did, I knit a green one. I don't know where my... Oh, it's right here. Okay. So yeah, the fun thing is you can change your yarn all the time, right? Like, you don't have to knit them all the same. Susan's pattern's really great. It's a striped sweater, and I'll totally do one of those. And I have, I think, in the past. Here's the thing. I knit ornaments all the time, but I don't have a ton because I give them to everybody.
Yeah.
So I just love making them. Okay, this is version number 2. What? I don't even know.
These are treasures.
This is your yarn. This is Frankie Grey in the color Grasshopper.
Yes.
And a Rowan mohair that kind of matched it. And so I made it a plain one, but this is more of that tinsely yarn now in silver. And then I just took red sock yarn and put French knots all over it. They're not good. Don't touch them. They'll probably fall apart.
But the eyelash yarn, the silver eyelash, makes it look like a snowflake because it's got...
That's what I was going for.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so with this sort of tinsely yarn, I doubled it in my needle because it made kind of a really 3D looking.
Ridiculous.
It's so cute, right? And yes, I sort of sewed in a hanger.
Oh,
It's ridiculous. So much fun. But wait, there's more. One more. I wanted to do a marled version. So this one it's actually a sport weight wool from Erin of Lily and Pine. So it's a super peachy, speckly yarn. And then I held the new Mega Bling from Amanda at Crafty Jackalope is sort of a scummy green with some sequins.
Yes.
That's what I held with this.
Oh,
And
it's so good.
oh my gosh, right?
The marl is beautiful.
And then a duplicate stitch white tree. And I thought, oh my God, let's do more tinsel. And I just sort of crisscrossed it and that's 3 strands. And I kind of twisted it like a ply. So it makes
more is more when it comes to sparkle.
more is more. And I didn't have ribbon that went really with it. So I just crocheted a little chain, single crochet with the 2 yarns that are in the sweater.
Okay, crocheter.
I'm a crocheter. Don't say we don't have crochet content. We do. What do you think? So fun, right?
So damn fun. That yarn is fun.
So here's something I find really helpful. What did I just do with it? Really helpful when I'm thinking, okay, I want to add a little duplicate stitch, right?
Yeah.
And you think, well, what motif do I want to do? First of all, you need a doodle deck, right? Doodle decks have so many by Jamie Lomax. They're super fun. They look like a little card deck, and you can pop them in your project bag.
Keep talking. I'm going to go get some.
Pop them in your project bag, and you've got all of these options for motifs.
Don't
and
look at my butt.
they're small enough that you can add them on these little tiny things, right? I think this sweater is about, 13 stitches across by the time you're done. So you've got a center and you can build it out from the middle. But I also have this little Post-it note in my knitting stuff, and it's a grid, and you can use like a highlighter or something and create your own motif. So maybe you want to do an initial, or maybe you want to do whatever, like a little shape or a little flower or whatever. This is what I did for my Christmas tree on this one. I just sort of played around with a Sharpie and did it. And so when I'm doing my duplicate stitch, because you're knitting these ornaments from the top down, your stitches are actually the right way their motif is this way. So when I do my duplicate stitch and I've made this chart, now I'm going to turn it upside down and I'm going to work this way, because that will cover my duplicate stitches. And just make sure your duplicate stitch yarn that you're putting on top of the fabric is at least as thick as the yarn, your fabric of your item. So don't go thinner. You can go slightly bigger and it'll cover and it'll look kind of good too, but it has to be at least the same thickness to look really sharp and good. Otherwise it really, and ask me how I know, because I've made...
It just gets lost.
It just, you can't see it. If you could still see the stitch underneath, it just looks messy to me, but it's very easy to match usually. So fingering and mohair, typically I'll do about a DK gauge. So I used a DK to duplicate stitch.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to say, because this is a great follow-up, we've restocked doodle decks that we were out of, but there's been a couple of new ones, you guys.
I know, she's always coming out with new ones.
She's amazing. So this is another half deck, and this is the travel one.
I want to take a peek at that.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Look how cute it is.
I know.
And then...
And even though it's called travel, but like, look, there's bicycles on there and cameras, like...
a suitcase.
Train
track.
Yeah.
She's so good.
So good. Okay.
Okay. She's come out with 4 destinations. And they're little add-on packs, and there's 4. The first one being London.
Ooh, cute.
The second one being Paris. Paris.
Adorable.
Barcelona.
I know, right?
Barcelona.
And I mean, that came out for Barcelona Knits, like the big yarn festival.
Well, do you think she'll do Edmonton?
Probably. I'm sure we're next on the list.
Dublin.
Yes. We should actually have one of those because we could knit.
Top of the morning.
We've been there.
Yeah. Anyway, so all have been restocked, but those are brand new for us.
Those are really fun.
Yeah.
And they're actually really easy to work from. You get little patterns in them, like a basic pattern, and you just plug your own. This has a base pattern and charts and colors. And so you just... 13 doodle deck charts and 1 instructional card.
Like
and a QR code that'll take you to way more information.
All plug and play, you guys, to just customize your knitting.
It's like having a stitch dictionary in your pocket. I'm a big stitch dictionary fan.
Yeah.
So these made total sense, and I just think Jamie's just knocked it out of the park. Also has the Doodle Dictionary book, which has many patterns that you can also make your own. Waiting for a restock?
She grossly underestimated the copies of people needing. She grossly underestimated the first printing.
Listen, I'm not surprised.
Because people love
We're
this
all
stuff.
going to wait for it because it's
So we're
unique.
waiting. We're waiting for it to come back in stock.
Okay.
But these are excellent add-ons, you guys.
They really are. And they're fun things to collect. I feel like they're baseball cards for knitters.
I know.
Hockey cards for knitters.
We can trade.
We can.
I'm going to Barcelona. Let's trade for a Dublin.
I'll give you some London for your Barcelona. Anyway, they're really, really fun. If you haven't tried them, I think you should if you love color work.
Yeah.
And also, you can just do things like duplicate stitch with them. Even if you're not knitting color work, you can use the motifs for other things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
Can you see how excited we get about that?
Oh.
It's like, oh.
When things like this come up, and we also stocked a ton of these stitch stoppers, these round ones, tons of different tons of different
patterns
and speckles and all things. But these kind of things, you guys, that knitters and crocheters and makers actually need and use, not need, but like would love to use.
Yeah. It's the thing you don't think you need when you're shopping for yarn, but like, oh my goodness, do we use these stitch savers a ton.
Yeah.
Totally love it.
Okay, you're late to the party. Good morning, Chantal. Okay.
Hi.
So my first knitting, I am going to be showing my Freckled Whimsy Advent, but I'm not showing farther than we are now.
Day 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just so you know.
And is that as far as you've gone?
I didn't get to that on that song. Yeah.
So have you, Jodi, tell me all about it. This is so nice.
So you guys, Carrie of Freckled Whimsy did an advent and I got the DK and it's amazing. So what I did was I had a sock tube, you guys. I'm so lazy. I had a sock tube that I cut off enough to fold it in half, knit 2 together all the way around for my first round, and I'm off to the races. Do you want some?
Sure.
Totally. Because then it's like, oh my God, you've got a folded hem and you didn't even knit it.
What's the color of yarn?
It is a color that we did. I can't tell you
It's
because
on
I don't know.
Sparkle.
Yes, it's on Sparkle.
Jodi, you have more of that? Just make yourself a pair of socks.
Yeah,
Do
but
you
I
have one
have
more
tubes
tube?
for you. I have tubes for you.
No, I don't need any more.
Okay,
You gave me so many. Thank you.
This is the first 5 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, and today is day 5. I'm not going to show you.
Okay, that's a
color.
really like candy shoppy kind of vibe,
And
which I love.
You know what I think it's doing? I think it's like 2 shades in the purples, 2 shades in the orangey yellows, 2 shades in the purpley pink. Like it's going to go light, dark, light, dark.
So you just do your 4 or 5 rounds on each one every day.
Yeah.
I got
everyone's going to see it because you have to wind it. So
Right.
I'm not spoiling anything, but this is what we've knit so far.
That's something I loved about Woolens and Nosh Advent.
Yes.
It comes pre-wound.
Yes.
In a bag that's snapped shut. So you just pull the little ends that are sticking out and you literally don't know what you're getting. And I can only imagine the crazy amount of work that is to wind all those half cakes like that. That's
So much work, you
wild.
guys.
But also, I love it so much. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, as like a knitter, that's a big deal.
So I've been having fun with. Keeping up. Today's day 5. Who knows? And if I feel like
You can do it.
If I feel like knitting 2 days, I did. Once I knit 2 days.
That's why I'm so bad at advent calendars. Like, I'm already on day 6 or 7 of my candy chocolate one. Because it's like, oh, who cares? There's no advent police.
I don't know why I'm like that. And
I
I would have
know.
never guessed.
Discipline. We need discipline.
I've ripped apart Advents the day I got them. I have.
It's very fun to do something, look forward to something every day.
That's kind of what I thought.
It
It
is.
was just,
It
I'll
is.
do the sock and I'll do Lolly's stitch markers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I'm doing the gnome, but the gnome's not every day. It's through the month.
You're doing the gnome.
I'm doing the gnome and I've got an update.
I'm so glad we're here today.
Right. There's so
Like, I brought knitting stuff thinking, I don't know how long you're able to sit.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing here today other than having
we have
fun.
a giant announcement too.
Yes, don't leave early.
No, don't leave early.
guys?
We'll do it midway after we get through our knitting and before we.
Okay, let's finish sock talk.
Sock talk.
Look, I'll
Okay.
keep going with my socks too.
Okay.
I actually have a ton of socks, if I'm being honest, because many people in our life are getting socks for Christmas.
Love that.
And we've sort of been saying, crank a tube, crank a tube. We both have an Erlbacher
Speedster.
circular sock machine.
Yes.
So we will do that, wind up yarn, crank tubes, and then knit in by hand heels and toes.
Yeah.
So here's my first pair. This is actually a tube you gave me.
Oh, it looks great.
Doesn't it look so good?
Yes.
And these are extra long because this person loves really cozy socks. And you had done like these were beyond easy. I was spoiled. This is your Kate's green, right?
It is.
So I also added a little stripe of Kate's green at the toe.
This was our original FGF new branded colorway, but we determined it needed some more pink.
I love it.
It's really pretty.
I love it.
It's not a color you can get now.
And the green doesn't match, but it goes nicely. Like, I like it as this is more of an aqua-y, like bluier green, right?
It's funny you say that. There is Kate's green speckle on there, and there's also aqua speckle on there.
Oh, okay. So I'm seeing them both. Anyway, it looks great, right?
Yes.
And so I did an afterthought heel, cut an afterthought heel with just undyed.
So did you use the whole tube?
Well, like these are 7-inch leg.
Yeah, so pretty much
A lot of
Yeah,
the
a lot
tube.
of the tube,
A
yeah.
lot of the tube. but she wears, like, she loves long, cozy socks.
Beautiful.
I love them. I think they turned out amazing.
And they're so beautifully blocked, aren't they? The first time when you gift them,
I literally just steamed them.
I
didn't
with
even
an iron, right?
Yeah, I just steamed them, and they dry overnight.
That's a good tip, you guys. Oh, look at the sun coming in. I'll maybe pull the blind.
This one, do you just pull it down?
Yeah, you could pinch it and pull it. Perfect, Trace. Yeah, you just put it on your sock blocker and use a steam setting on your iron.
Yep.
Heavily steam. So
it is damp, right, after all of that. And then
That's all
it dries
it needs.
overnight. Yeah, you don't need to be fancy about it. But it looks great if you're gifting. I feel like they look really nice when you're gifting them like that. And then another one, okay, this is for my son. Both of my kids like short socks.
Okay.
So even if I'm hand knitting them, I get off pretty easy because they both
Nice.
like kind of high ankle but shorter socks. So this is a tube that I had cranked, I don't know, a year ago. I found it, but it was really weird because one part of the tube had a hung hem and then some waste yarn and then I didn't hang the hem on the first one.
Oh.
So I had to go back in and pick up a round of stitches. And honestly, it's not the prettiest because
He'll never see it. Never, ever know.
it wasn't at a color change. So I'm trying to pick up the same row of gray all the way across. Not so easy. And then I Kitchener stitched that together.
Nice. That's how I used to hang my hems.
Yeah. So you really can't see in here.
I think that Kitchener is just like
It's invisible.
seamless.
It's really, really invisible.
Invisible, but like this is also just like I knit two together as I'm going around the
Yeah, I
first
could have done
round.
that.
Knit two together. And I find on the inside, no one's going to see it. And
No.
this is a really nice seam.
Yeah. And anytime you're making a fold on anything, whether it's a hat or a mitt or whatever you're doing, just be mindful that joining round is not snug.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's even a good idea to go up a needle size or something like that because if this joining round has no stretch, you're never getting your foot in the sock.
Yeah.
Right? So you've got to make sure that you do that. But I do love a folded cuff. You turned me on to it. I was very skeptical thinking there's no way it's going to stay up on your leg. And it totally does.
Yeah.
So I do like knitting ribbed cuffs, but I also like doing the hung hem. So this is all Peyton's Croy yarn. And the tube, I don't even remember what color it was, but I've only got a heel and a toe to do for one more pair of socks. The yarn I used for the heel and toe is their gray marl. I just think it would make the best sweater.
Yes.
Love it. I wish they did more marled like this.
Like different colors.
Like navy and tan and black and white, like all of them. But because this gray, look how nice it knits up. I mean, it would make work sock. It would look like a work sock.
I love those.
So it
love
is-
those work socks.
This is a super affordable, big box store yarn, wool nylon blend, and like not soft merino at all, but it's tough, tough, tough. And one of our big thrills at Rhinebeck was meeting two ladies that work at Peyton's Croy out in Toronto. And they're like, we've heard you like our yarn. I was like, no, we love it.
your yarn.
Love it. I dumped out a bag yesterday and sort of paired
full?
things up. Yeah, I have so many good colors to make.
love it.
And it comes in 50-gram skeins. So for you and I to make like an ankle sock, you only need one thing.
Yeah.
One
I
ball.
love that.
Yeah.
They make great socks.
They do. And so I'm going to make my husband a pair in some other color of that yarn again for Christmas. I'm so lucky that everybody loves their hand knit socks.
So is that what
I
you're-
love making them.
I love making them.
Yeah.
And aren't they quick with DK?
Oh, so quick.
Yeah.
But I actually think the finger, yeah. So this I find almost sport weightish. This one. So I use a 2.75 millimeter needle when I'm cutting in my heels and toes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's a little bit heavier. Yeah. Okay, I have only one more sock and then I'm done. Do you have more socks?
No.
I just lied. I have two more. Really quick.
Show us your socks.
Okay, I've been knitting socks for Dad. Surprise if Dad's watching.
Don't look.
These are 100% hand knit socks. And I am doing it in the fiber company's yarn called Amble.
Look at the marl on
Jodi,
that.
it's so good. This color is so earthy and beautiful.
Like greeny and mossy and
Yes.
browny
And the yarn
that's
is so soft. And it's, so the fiber company's known for their, you know, it's non-superwash yarns usually. So this is a yarn they developed as a sock yarn, one that you can throw in the washer and dryer. It's treated a special way, and the nylon is, what do they call it? Like
that
a recycle.
color is spectacular.
Okay, so the color is called Fair Hill, and it's got 70% wool, 20% alpaca, and 10% nylon. But it's a more environmentally friendly. They call them, it's recycled nylon, and it's treated with an easy wash, which is not as like harmful to the environment.
Got it.
So they are washable. Anyway, I love this yarn. And Dad made a comment once about loving socks that were ribbed. Like he's like, oh, they just feel so great. And so I knit 6.5 inches of just 2x2 rib. And I tried this sucker on, and let me tell you, he's so right. Like, it feels great. So there was no change in needle size. There was no change in stitch. I just went straight for 6.5.
It's a calf hug.
Torturous inches of 2x2 rib.
You must really like him.
I must love him a lot.
Those are beautiful.
Aren't they nice?
Is that sock number 1? You need to go to a couple of movies. Can you do ribbing in movies? Or not as much.
I mean, I could, but it's not as easy. But you know what, though? Once I committed, like at Saturday, I was here. And I was like, I need to get going on this because it's not knitting itself, apparently, in the bag. So a couple of days, evenings and whatever, and look where I am. This is not going to take long to finish it.
Or you can fucking figure out your ribber.
I know.
And do it too.
Listen, I'm very...
Tracie, you'd be probably quicker figuring out your ribber.
I don't know about that. But let me tell you, it's highly motivating me to figure out that ribber after
You
this.
could just crank ribbing tubes.
Yeah.
What did you think about the faux ribbing where they took out every
I tried
fourth
it.
one?
No, I didn't like it.
Okay.
I did not like it.
Okay.
And I did it at different tensions, and it was just like...
Hole in your yarn?
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not, it really is not creating a purl stitch. You are eliminating a needle.
Yeah.
Like it's not the same.
This is stunning.
It's amazing yarn. When it came out, and I saw it at the Fiber Nook, and I saw it at Yarn Divas in our local yarn shops, I bought a skein to give it a whirl. And then after that, I went back and bought like a bunch of single skeins, thinking it's just the most beautiful sock yarn. Because I knit Dad a pair of socks in this exact yarn a couple of years ago in like a charcoal gray. So anyway, these are actually so much. I love knitting with it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. No wonder.
Yeah. And
No wonder.
And they're in my little Tanny Casey yarn bucket, which is so freaking cute. But I also think one day I'm just going to stick a plant in it. I just think it's so cute. I
love it.
Quilted. Anyway, I do love it. This is what I started. Last sock.
Oh, yes.
Last sock.
I love it. No, keep it coming.
No, this is it. Last sock. But this, so Andrea Rangel and Catherine of Gage Dye Works, they do the most amazing collaborations, and I'm addicted for life. And I was totally going to knit this, and we got treated to kits that showed up, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm so excited. This is called Celebrate. This sock pattern is called Celebrate. Can you buy this on Ravelry, this pattern?
Let me see. No, I think it's exclusive.
Okay.
Until so long. Celebrate?
Celebrate.
I'll check.
And the pattern's by Andrea Rangel, and it is a small motif colorwork sock. The whole thing, you're repeating the same 4 rows over and over and over with a main color, and then your contrast color is Catherine's self-striping yarn. I truly can't even, because this is only treating myself to a couple of evenings, like an hour and a half here, an hour and a half there, to start something that wasn't gift knitting. It came with this gorgeous skein of undyed yarn. And if you look at the picture, that's what the model is wearing. That's what Andrea designed it with, an undyed base. And for some reason, when I saw the colors in person and wound up, I just thought, I wonder what that would look like with a dark main color. And I happen to have a skein of Barrett Wool. Barrett Wool Company's their home fingering weight.
It's on Ravelry, but just not to purchase yet.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Typically their collaboration patterns are a year later.
Yeah.
So you can love it now, but get the pattern a year later, and they're the best people to ask.
And the yarn is now, you can't get it.
Right. So
yeah,
I'll listen, you guys, get their emails. They do the most amazing collaborations. And I just thought, so this is my main color is Home Fingering Weight by Barrett Wool, and the color is Huron. And it's a super dark navy.
It's beautiful.
Like, it kind of photographed as black.
Okay,
but
so what a difference, you guys. Hang
fun.
on just a second. I'm just going to show these again because if you guys can remember.
And this is kind of like an advent. Like, you could do 4 rows a day and see your colors change.
What a difference. It's spectacular with the dark.
You like it?
Yes.
And I also love that every stripe, it kind of bleeds into the next motif. Like, you're not just getting one color in your motif.
So it's straight up color work.
It's just straight up stranded color work. I know people like floats. There you go. Float your boat with the floats.
I think it's just beautiful.
Oh, I love it. It's so relaxing to knit. I can do it watching TV. It is, you don't need to look at a pattern.
Just gorgeous.
I love it. And there is a short row heel in this pattern. And I was like, I'm doing the pattern word for word. So one night I did the short row heel, but I think it was the combination of being dark out and super dark yarn. And it was wraps and turns, and I'm looking for wraps, and some of them are double. I gave up on it this time.
Is this your second sock?
No, but I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to cut in an afterthought heel this time.
How?
I'm going to pick, there's one plain row of navy in between every repeat. So I'll pick up this row, and I'll pick up this row, and
so there'll be 3 rows in between instead of 1?
No, I'll just pick out the one row of navy. Like, that's where my heel will go.
For the afterthought heel?
Yeah. You only remove one row of knitting. So I will remove the main color row and pick up the...
My mind is just blown.
Why?
Okay,
it's the same thing you always do, right?
I know, but I'm thinking color work. But yes, of course.
Yeah. So
you'll pick up a color work row.
Yeah.
But just pick out the non-color work row.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So I'm only cutting the main color, but that's what I'm going to do. And
I love them.
Thank you. I love them too.
Love, love, love.
And it's like color work for people that don't like color work because it is so, there's no floats to catch. There's no chart to look at. Once you do it once, you know exactly what you're doing.
Yes. You can just follow along just by looking at the row below.
Yeah. Yeah. I can, as I'm knitting this, I just keep thinking to myself, I have so much of Catherine's self-striping yarn that... Actually, lots of dyers. But I mean, this would be just a super fun thing to do, make in mittens.
Yes, love. I love this idea.
Yeah,
of
me
adding
too.
this change through with just color striping yarn.
Yeah. So anyway, get their emails, you guys. Just sign up for the summer club. I always get the summer club. You've bought me clubs before. Anyway, did you get a package yet?
No.
Okay, you will.
I know. I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
Anyway, it's been sock central over at my house.
It has been.
Yeah, lots of socks, and I'm very looking forward to continuing all of that.
I have made. I got bored with knitting in the round down here, and I have made progress. Right?
A lot.
That's progress.
You're almost ready to bind off.
Close. So I went ahead and picked up for my collar.
That looks great.
Doesn't it look great?
Yes.
I'm knitting the Audrey top by Sari Nordlund, and it is a vest, you guys. It is a beautiful...
What size needle are you using?
Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. I'm not following her needle size. What I did was, I'm using a 4.5.
Okay.
I'm holding fingering and a Surrey alpaca blend together.
And that's what the pattern is, right?
That's what the pattern is.
Or mohair or whatever.
But she has her knitting with a much smaller needle, and I don't love that fabric.
But her gauge is tighter.
Yes.
So
I did a gauge swatch and I measured and I did the math to figure out how many stitches were in mine, and I found the size that I needed to make. And
Okay.
It was smaller. I ended
Right.
up choosing a smaller size because
Yeah.
my stitches are like, it's
your gauge is
bigger.
bigger. Yeah. Jodi, aren't you surprised? So when you look at this hole, you think, oh my God, this armhole's gigantic.
That's what I
And the neckline looks gigantic.
I know, this
But it
looks
pulls-
gigantic.
But it pulls it
Yeah,
in
it
so
does.
much.
Well, I thought, oh my God, I think my neck is too big. But
Yeah.
look, it is not. It is a beautifully tailored, it's going to be right up, not choking.
So that's the thing, right? Like it's a top, and in her, if you look at the pattern, come scooch.
No, you're good. I just have to do that. There we go.
It's meant like she's wearing it as a top with nothing underneath it. And
Yeah.
your intention is to wear it as like a cozy second layer, right?
For sure with a long sleeve tee. Or for sure with a t-shirt underneath it.
Right.
Short or long.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how big this is. And actually, now that I say that, you guys, it's not.
It's not. And I
It's
mean,
really
so
not.
if you do feel like, oh my gosh, I've made a mistake and this shoulder opening is way too big, you could pick up less stitches.
Yes.
Right? Like
Like
there
a
is
5 to 7 rule.
There is an opportunity when you're picking up stitches to pick up less. If you're concerned about it, I don't think you have
Look
anything
how
to worry
beautiful the way she has you knit. And then you go back and look how beautifully picked up. I mean, it's not just me, but it's just like how she has you knit. And does anyone notice the Italian sewn bind off?
See? Did you use it with your mohair too?
Yes, I did actually. This is with the Surrey, but yes, I did.
Yeah.
Did you?
I have chosen to not. Like, it's just easy, like less of a hassle.
But look how stretchy it is still.
It's so stretchy.
And look how polished and round that is, you guys.
Jodi, it's gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm thinking in my head, do you pick up less stitches?
No, not for around here.
No. But if you want to adapt your armhole, yes, you would pick up less skip more and pick up less, right?
I have done that, and it does pull it in a bit. So just be prepared. Not pucker, but it doesn't lay as flat.
Yes, you can't just skip like 3 stitches and think
No.
it's not going to be noticeable.
No. So maybe a 5
But
to
if you're
7 roll.
skipping 1, maybe you would just skip instead of picking up
You pick up 3, skip 1. Pick up 3, skip 1.
something
Pick up
like
something
that.
like that.
Anyway, that's kind of the fun thing.
I'm
about
gonna
knitting
just
your
go
own thing.
ahead and fall and trust her and pick up all the stitches.
It worked for the neckline, like of course.
Yes.
Like why wouldn't it work for the?
Yeah. Did you cast on?
No, I really.
Maybe January.
Here's the other question: do other people really care if they get hand knit things? Like
No.
I'm doing a
No.
list for people, but like if they don't get that, do they care?
No. It's you that cares.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, no. It's you that cares. Do you know who gets hand knits? You.
It's only
Mom
it's only
and
family.
Amber.
Yeah.
And if you get a sock that I've had from a collection over the year, lucky. But
Yeah.
those are the 3 people on my list.
But you make socks for Shane,
Through the year, yeah.
not at Christmas.
Well, actually, my kids will get socks. Yeah, my kids will get socks. That's it.
Because I always think
I think you...
that it's an awesome gift, but maybe
No, it's
not
an awesome
everybody
gift.
thinks it's
I
an
agree.
awesome gift. So anyway, I love it. I love making them.
Why do you still have a long list?
No, I don't.
Good.
But it's for people that love.
Yeah.
I'm not giving it to anybody that doesn't love
No.
stuff. And thank goodness my trusty, sock machine, who deserves a name because she works very hard.
You should name her.
Yeah, I totally should.
Yeah, you should name her. And I think those socks or a little knitted ornament on the top of a bought gift is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I agree. I love
Yeah.
it. I treasure it. So I hope. Yeah.
You're way more thoughtful than I am. Like
No,
that.
I'm not.
Okay, do you have any other knitting?
I have an FO.
Yay, good. Show us.
Okay. We came back from Bainbridge Island from an awesome retreat with Knit Social, and we had visited the Lamb and Kid. Life-changing.
Love it.
Pretty amazing. And while we were there, I saw a one skein bandana shawl. It was called the Sherbet Bandana.
Okay, sherbet, that sounds funny.
Well, I know, but that's what it's called.
Is it sherbet?
No, not on the pattern.
Okay, whatever. It's a spelling error.
I don't know.
Unless we've said it wrong our whole life.
Well, maybe there's 2 ways to say it.
Okay,
I don't know.
sherbet.
So this is knit sideways. You're going to cast on down here and knit to a certain number of increases, and then you start decreasing. So it couldn't be like a simpler, more relaxing, wonderful pattern. I did find, though, if I did this again, I would weigh my yarn,
Yes.
knit to the midway point of that, and keep going, and not even worry about what I'm increasing to. In the pattern, okay, I also did not do a gauge swatch. I should measure this and see if it's the same gauge.
Also, it's not as important. Did you follow their suggested yarn and or needles?
No, I went up a needle size because I started with they have it on a 5mm needle, and I was like, no, I don't like that. It just felt too tight.
Yeah.
So I went to a 6mm needle, and I sort of think I'm more on gauge just because of the size that this turned out to be.
Yeah.
But it's like this little adorable one skein kind of bandana-y thing. And you can tie it or not.
I do like the little tie in the front. I think that's adorable.
Like, it's so freaking
Yes.
cute. And it's so cozy. Like, I just find...
I love it.
I love it. I love it. And I have this much left. So this bugs me. I'm just like, oh, darn it. Like, I wish I could have said that I had, like, 8 inches left. But the yarn is unbelievable. It's called Big Birdie. It's an Aran weight Surrey alpaca. Is it silk too?
I
Surrey
think so.
silk?
Yes.
I might even have my tags. I don't know. Anyway, it's called Big Birdie.
Big
they have
Birdie.
Birdie, which is a light fingering weight. They have this one, which is Aran weight, and they have a DK. But they come in the most fun colors. And it was a joy to work with. 6mm needles? Yes, please. This is really just a few evenings, or maybe you've got a weekend where you don't have to do anything.
It is 79 alpaca, 21% silk.
Okay. It really
Beautiful.
just feels soft. It's so soft.
And then oh no, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't it sweet?
yes. Look at that, you guys.
I know. I could not love it more.
2 different ways. Look, we just showed you 2 different ways to wear it.
And we were just talking or thinking about, like, if you're a gift knitter, this is knit to a bulky gauge. They call it an Aran weight yarn, but it's just like any other fluffy yarn. You knit it on a bigger needle because the fluff
I know.
fills in between your stitches.
It's spectacular,
I
you
thought so,
guys.
too.
Knit in a sweater too.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
So that will be down the road because I did buy,
Sweater quantity.
yeah, I did.
Yikes.
Very excited about it. But I wanted to share a quick little bulky weight pattern that just came out. I'm sure
Okay.
everybody saw.
Okay.
Andrea Mowry just
Oh.
released
Love it.
her Plumped Up Harlow and Plumped Up Harlow Cowl. And it's all knit in Spin Cycle Plump yarn, which is a bulky weight wool that changes color and is magical. And I think I know you need 2 different colors for the hat, 1 skein each. And then when you do the cowl, you need 2 colors and 2 skeins of each.
You guys, I have Plumpy.
So when we were on Bainbridge, I bought 2 colors of the same, 2 skeins of the same color.
Yeah.
But now I know I need 1 of each. And I thought,
Highly contrasted.
and that's what somebody said. Go work from one, like a colored end. Start at maybe a dark end and start at a color end for the second one and see what happens. But I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. I would like to make it the cowl.
Oh,
I love a
love
good
it.
cowl. Anyway, very, very nice. I love
Okay.
a quick knit.
absolutely. And listen, don't stress yourself with making sure you think everyone needs a hand knitted gift.
I'm not stressed about it at
Yeah.
all. I'm enjoying what I'm making, and I literally was thinking, I even have 2 January birthdays, but sometimes it's nice to just not have a deadline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I tell you, my sock machine socks, like I can make for whoever because they really are so quick.
Well, and if you're looking for any more tubes, I've got you covered.
Because you just like to make tubes and no socks?
Sometimes. Sometimes I just like to see what the yarn does.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yes.
And I love hanging the hem on the machine.
Yeah.
I love that round that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to show you, looks great, just FYI, this. I am going to show you my gnome MCal progress. So there's been 2 clues released. Clue 1, I've completed. Clue 2 came out yesterday, and I have not completed. I haven't hand knit any of her gnomes, so I don't know what this is.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute and big.
Well, because I've gone up to DK.
Okay, good.
I think it's a 2.5 millimeter needle for fingering, she suggested.
Yeah.
I'm on a 3.75 for DK.
I love that.
So this is my first. You start at the bottom
Jodi, it's so cute.
with some garter stitches. It's a tealy, greeny color, and then I've used Cape Cod blue. But that's clue 1.
So is this all Frankie Grey colors?
Yeah. I think this is the bottom. I think this is like the neck of the gnome. Because I think clue 2 takes us down further and decreases.
So do you think you seam this thing then?
You must.
That's interesting. I don't know about that.
Listen, I'm just along for the journey. I'm just following the instructions.
I can't wait to see. I would imagine it's not knit flat.
Well,
but what do I know?
Right.
And I mean, she designs these as like with mini skeins.
Yeah.
So if you've got an advent or you've just got minis kicking around or leftovers or whatever, you don't need very much yarn.
No.
And there's so many of her patterns on Ravelry, you can kind of get a feel of what the style of it is going to look like. What's this one called?
Nope, I think the bottom is the bottom of the hat.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you do it in the round? Or maybe, okay, and then maybe do you pick up here and start knitting the gnome this way?
Good question.
I love the little stitch pattern you're doing, and I love your colors.
So this is.
I'm just confused that it's being knit flat. That's so interesting.
Me too. And you know what? I'm not. I finished trying to guess what this is. I'm just going to keep going.
Somebody just said they think it's going to be a hooded cape for your gnome.
It's a granny. This is a granny, and you know what I've ordered because I saw other people. I'm following the hashtag. Glasses, like your hangers, but glasses.
Okay, the cutest, like those mini things, they just add so much.
So these are my colors.
I love your colors.
It's only had you pick 4, but I picked 5. So somewhere I'm going to add some other, I don't know. I felt pressure. I didn't know. What did she say?
She said you can see projects on Ravelry through clue 3.
Did we get clue 3? Okay. I'm not looking. I don't want to look.
Good for you. Oh my God, I would look.
I want to see.
I would totally look. And I don't even know who you are.
Tracie, I don't
Because
either.
as a kid, you literally opened Christmas presents.
I would use a knife and slit the fucking tape and open the gifts.
Our friend Amanda says she doesn't believe you that you're not going to look, but I would totally look.
I'm not kidding you.
I'm looking and I'm not even knitting it. I want to know.
Yeah.
But
oh, Susan's doing it too. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, you guys.
Our friend Joyce is here, and she says she makes gnomes on her sock machine.
Interesting, Joyce.
Make a video. We want to see that. Yeah.
Do you have any more knitting?
No. 18 pairs of socks and mini ornaments and
I have
shawls.
one
not
update.
enough.
I don't think.
Oh my God,
I knit a
Jodi.
little bit further on my Barndance by Caitlin Hunter.
I wouldn't knit anybody else shit for Christmas if I was knitting this sweater.
Look,
it would be just
at what's happening
this.
Here.
Where's the mic? I need to drop it. I need to drop
Thank
it.
you. It's spectacular. Well, listen, it's the
You're
yarn.
knitting a gnome instead of this?
Well, look, gnome is by Clue. So this is my Caitlin Hunter.
Amazing.
Wow. The Barndance by Caitlin Hunter. It is an all over color work. I'm using the special color for Lemon Kid. This is their pink spin cycle color.
Pinky swear.
But what I'm doing is I'm changing the mohair every like inch, maybe inch and a half. Can't even. So like you can see, you guys, I started with the light and then went like hot pink and then the purpley, and now I'm going to do a little bit longer section of the fourth one and then go backwards this way. So not only is my spin cycle changing, so is the mohair.
I am speechless.
I'm obsessed.
Speechless.
Yeah. So that's my update. I haven't gotten too much further, but I almost don't want to do anything else.
What do you mean almost? What is wrong with you?
Anyway, that's my update.
Wow.
That's my yarn.
I have issues that you're knitting socks and gnomes instead of that sweater.
Right.
Wow. Literally jaw drop with that.
It's been so much fun, you guys. And all the colors are from the Lemon Kid. The gray main color is also their Elmer base, which is beautiful. It's a DK base. Loving it.
And it's got 20% cashmere.
Yeah, it's got 20% cashmere.
Oops, forgot to mention that. I just have things to share that I bought and that arrived. What about you?
Perfect. Me too.
Okay. So, Jodi, our friends at Tuku Wool, sent the best care package. And
Tina.
I did not know. I mean, yes, I know about Tuku Wool, and I bought it.
Star, thank you.
Totally. Star,
we will see
bye-bye.
you again.
Mwah. Thank you for being here always. When the Fiber Nook had Tuku Wool, and I've been buying it, and I love it. It is Finnish wool, 100% Finnish wool. But I feel like over the years, they've, changed some things, and maybe the way it's spun or whatever. I love it. It is rustic. It is toothy. It is going to make the most amazing garments ever. But I just feel like and they've designed a new yarn, their sock yarn, which is actually 80% Finnish wool and 20% of a biodegradable polyamide nylon stuff.
And it's soft.
It's soft. Like I'm feeling
Yes.
this going. I'm a person that loves woolly wool. So do I love this? I do. But I also feel like it's softer than I imagined. So they sent some amazing skeins of their sock base, which I am really dying to try and wear. And I know it's going to give you the best woolly socks, but it's also like perfect for color work.
It's a teeny bit toothy, but it's not what I remember it being before.
I know.
I
And maybe
thought it
it's
was-
me that's remembering wrong.
Anyway,
but
this
it
is
also is
great.
It just seems like, I don't know. It's stunning.
Finnish wool is wool. They like their wool. They like their outer garments. This to me feels refined, where
don't
you
know.
still get a little bit of the woolly wool feeling, but it's got that layer of softness that is lovely.
It's amazing. And that is the big deal. It is 100% Finnish wool. That's
Yes.
the point of,
Yes.
of a Tuku wool, right?
But it's not lopey scratchy,
No.
right?
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, and most incredible colors showed up. I can't even.
I know.
So this is the Tuku Wool DK. You can get Tuku Wool. This is Tuku Wool fingering.
Yeah, this is
Like
the fingering
the color
too.
palette.
Look at this green.
The color palette has grown. All of these colors, like I just didn't see a sweater. That's so beautiful. But here's the kicker that neither of us knew. Tuku Wool has their own silk mohair now. So this is what I'm dying to cast on. It is 70% kid mohair, 30% silk. So for those of us, that maybe wanted even softer, pair the mohair with the wool. It's going to be incredible.
And then that gives you that halo of softness, and you won't feel any of the wool.
I agree. I just cannot even.
And it comes in 25-gram balls.
Yeah. So this color is hot pink.
So pretty.
Hot pink. That's what it's called. And then this mohair is color 743. But I I
Isn't
had
it
no
beautiful?
idea they had mohair.
No.
I can't wait to try it.
I think mohair is newer for them. You can get Tuku wool right from their website.
But also there are stockists in Canada.
Yes.
Like the Fiber Nook had Tuku wool
Yes.
at one point. But
Yeah.
but if you check out their website on Tuku wool, I'm sure it'll list stockists. I think it's amazing. And for those of us that love woolly wool, you know, we're so proud of things that are Canadian sheep and processed in Canada and all of that. That's what this is for Finland.
Yes.
Which I love.
I do love that.
So there is also a book that is, I think, coming out where it's all designed in Tuku wool. I can't wait to see that. I don't think I've missed it yet. I think it's still coming. But you can go check out their website. And Tina's got an amazing yarn store. I mean, put it on the list of places we want to go in the knitting world,
There
right?
she is.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
So thank you for the fun party pack of Finnish wool.
We cannot wait to cast on
Yes.
the mittens and the socks and all the things.
Yes. I'm
And
really dying
we're
to
gonna
know.
save some of these for giveaways for you guys too.
Yeah, totally. Like I might even just crank a sock tube and get wearing these because
I think you should.
I want to know. I mean, I know I'm going to love them. I've knit like non-superwash wool socks before, but this is you know, same thing, but it's got nylon in it.
Beautiful.
Like I've knit ones that were 100% wool, and they're still hanging in there perfectly nice. So anyway,
I love it.
If I have cold feet, the minute,
No.
like the second you put a pair of wool socks on, your feet are warm. And that's merino, superwash, whatever. It's just you can't beat it.
Okay, I don't have any more yarn, but I do have a couple of things to show, and then
Okay.
we have
I have a couple of
a
things.
special thing to show at the end. You guys, I wanted this bag for so long.
Oh no, you didn't.
I was very heavily influenced by Meg and her sister.
It's a great bag.
And on our cruise, this is, oh my gosh, so I messaged
Pink Hazel.
I messaged Pink Hazel
Aneta.
and got a bag. So this is their roll top bag. It doesn't come with the strap. It's add on.
Yeah.
There's a shorter strap and then there's a longer crossbody strap.
Yeah.
Because you don't necessarily need it. You can, it's called the roll top, and then you just
Clip it together.
clip it together. But I've wanted one of these bags.
Her bags are out of this world, amazingly made. She silk screens all the fabric. Like this is all done by her. She is a phenomenal maker. She is someone
You have
I
to get on her
love her
email
work.
list.
Yeah.
Or follow her on Instagram because she has updates, you guys, and it sells fast.
She's got another one too now, like this bucket. Did you see that
It's
one?
amazing.
I know, and I've been
Okay.
so good and just like
Okay, so what I just turned it inside out. It's not reversible, but it's not reversible. I just want to show you guys 2 inside pockets here, and then here is a zip inside pocket.
Quality's phenomenal, and I believe she's a one gal.
She's a one
shop.
woman show. We've never met her.
I have. When I went to EYF that year, and it was the first. She designed the Eden bag, and it was for Edinburgh Yarn Fest. I was there the year I think that it was launched. She's very
Really?
creative. Her fabrics are so durable, and everything's so beautifully made.
Oh, look at this.
If you were somewhere where they carry Annette's bags or order
she has
them,
one that says crochet too.
yeah, she's phenomenal. She's so creative and amazing.
Look at that, you guys. Are
Jodi,
you serious?
I'm so happy for you.
I can't even tell you how much I love it.
I'm so happy for you.
Okay.
Great purchase.
Yep.
I love it. Oh my God, that was kick ass. Good for you.
Thank you.
So speaking of that yarn habit, you have the t-shirt on. I have yarn.
Oh, good.
She has phenomenal yarn, local Alberta Grand Prairie Dyer Terra, that yarn habit, and I love this sock base, this 80-20 plump.
It's
sock
beautiful.
base. It's so gorgeous. So she's got all these mini skein sets and such beautiful colors, and I kind of put these together thinking, I've been thinking, oh, shoot, I forgot my book. I knew I would forget something. Charlotte Stone just came out with her, is it Joyful Colorwork Socks? The first book was Charming Colorwork Socks.
You have it already?
I have it.
Sorry, pink. I think someone was looking. Pink Hazel Knits. Pink Hazel Knits on Instagram.
She's in the Netherlands, I believe. Totally sure. Anyway, so I was thinking Colorwork Socks with Charlotte's book, and I thought minis and a main color solid.
Oh, amazing.
And then this set, same idea.
Spectacular.
But I thought this could go in our 12 days of Merry Everything giveaways for somebody.
Oh, I love it.
This is
it's beautiful.
fantastic. This is obviously her neon highlighter minis.
Beautiful.
Highlighter minis. And then this one is called Front Porch View. Oh, I just think that's so awesome.
This is moss green. Look
And
how
then
beautiful that is.
This is Morning Dew. Actually, those two are great together too if you just wanted to put two together.
Carson, thank you. Amanda,
Carson.
thank you.
Oh my God, you guys, thank you.
The neon minis are fabulous. And what's even better, you guys, is she's an amazing human.
And you can get all of these in full skeins. Like if you fall in love with something, you don't need just minis.
Yeah. We are we're lucky to have spent time with her.
Yes.
And she's a nice lady.
She's a nice lady. Well, she really is.
And her mom is lovely.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Good
and
people.
I love that, she and her mom work together, and I think that's amazing. Anyway, I love the squishy yarn, and that arrived. I actually thought some things were stuck. We are still in the middle of a Canada Post strike, so we are not.
Some of your packages have been stuck in the mail.
I know it's nobody's fault, and I know there's a whole reason and all of that stuff, but I really hope they come to a
resolution that everybody's happy.
I really do. Sooner rather than later.
We are still shipping. We are shipping with other carriers.
It's a terrible time of year to do it, and I know why it's done this year, but I just think that's a little much, if I'm being honest. Anyway.
So we have our next adventure to announce today.
We do. This is the big deal. Big deal. We've been sitting on a secret, which is the worst, for months. We've been so fortunate, you guys, to be doing trips for yarn lovers, and we go explore somewhere in the world, and we get together and we take some knitting classes, and we've done 2 cruises so far. Last spring we went to Alaska with knitters, and then in the fall we did the Maritimes and the New England in the US, and it was just the most wonderful, fun thing. And we just keep getting requests. Please, please, please plan something else. So
we went back to the same amazing company that we worked with previously twice.
Yes.
And David and Pam and company have helped us put together an amazing 10-day Mediterranean.
Yeah, we're moving continents. We are off North America for this one, you guys. We're going to be over in Italy, Croatia, and Greece. So it's going to be not so much sweater weather, but it's going to be
still going to knit the sweaters.
A phenomenal, phenomenal trip. And our very, very special guest instructors for the trip is JOJI LOCATELLI and VEERA VÄLIMÄKI, the sort of incredible dynamic duo that has, they've done interpretations for years, and they are truly besties. And we are over the moon. I have goosebumps. I'm so excited to say that is our trip. So next September, we hope you guys are able to join us.
It's not for sale quite yet. We'll give you some more details right now.
This is a save the date.
This is a save the date.
This is a save the date. It is a 10-day cruise, and we're beginning in Rome, and we will end in Rome. And I believe the website, you're able to go check out the details now. We've sort of been going back and forth. Getting this ready for you guys. There is no place to register yet, and that is because we are just talking about saving the date. So you will be able to think about it and see if it works for your schedule and all of those other things. And next week, it is going to go up for sale.
Friday.
And we will remind you.
Friday, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, but we will have a newsletter and you'll find the information on the website. Next Friday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, the website will have live links. So right now the website's there to go look at. You can see all the pricing. You can see the itinerary.
Yeah.
It's a celebrity cruise. You can see the different cabins.
Yeah.
All the information is there. I believe it's from the 19th to the 29th of September 2025.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's going to be new for us as well, in that this is a new ship, but we hear nothing but rave reviews for this the cruise line
In
and
fact,
the ship.
Hohi recommended Celebrity
Yes.
because she did our cruise, loved. There was just a little more entertainment value on the Celebrity cruise,
Yeah.
so she asked maybe we look into that. And so that's how this came about.
So you will get a class with each Hohi and VEERA. We are going to have a huge group thing where Hohi and VEERA will give us, a big talk, and we're going to be hanging out and knitting, and we're going to be exploring these incredible stops. And so it's just insane that this is, it's the best kind of excitement. It just would never have imagined that this is the way that things would go. So we're very honored and thrilled, and we would love to have you.
Okay, so once again, you guys, we're cruising next September. Hohi and VEERA are our hosts with us, co-hosts. There are guests. There are instructors. It is the 19th to the 29th of September, and it is Rome, Croatia, and Greece.
Yes.
No signing up now, but the website grocerygirlscruise.com. Grocerygirlscruise.com is where you can find all of the information.
Yeah.
And there's an actual phone number and email to the travel company if there's any additional questions that they can be helpful with.
They are amazing.
So that's why we've given a full week ahead of time so everyone can have their questions answered and, you know, figure out what works and what doesn't.
Right.
And so we're ready next Friday.
Yes. So,
do we podcast again next week? I'm not sure. It's up in the air.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm leaving that in your court because
maybe one more, maybe one last one.
maybe
we wear
a quick,
pajamas.
maybe a quick jammy one.
Maybe we just chit chat and look at everybody's comments and answer questions and just maybe do that.
Yeah. I definitely have time. Okay.
I have these two, but I'll share them next time.
No, we can share them.
I got two.
I actually have one more thing to share.
Okay, go. We have 10 minutes left.
Oh, yes, we had a time limit today.
No, not really.
Yes,
but
we do.
We're going to it at 12:30 movie.
My husband and I went to, Georgia and I went to Wicked. Amazing.
I've heard.
And Gladiator
Did you think
2.
Wicked was too long?
No.
Could you see it edited slightly
You would
shorter?
think it's too long.
Okay.
But it's very emotional. Like, I felt really emotional at the end.
People said they sobbed
Like,
at the end.
I was teary,
Yeah.
and I want to go back.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, I would love to go back. The performances, everything about it. We were fortunate enough to see the play a couple of times. I might even say that I like this better because you're so close to everything. Like,
That's
you're
what
right
everybody. That's
there.
what people said.
The casting is phenomenal. The sets are phenomenal. Like, I can't think of anything that I didn't love. Anyway, so movies are a big deal. You need to go. Plus, you haven't been out of the house.
Okay. I got 2 books. I had so many people send messages. Thank you so much. My recovery was made all the much better listening and looking at everybody's comments. But Sabrina and Meg sent me treats, but they also sent me this.
I sent you that.
They sent me this?
Yeah.
Oh, I had it the wrong way.
That's okay.
Okay, Tracy Miller sent me this. Boy, this is a good book.
I thought you were going to be in bed and bored, but honestly, Joe, remember last time we were here?
I can't tell you how good this book is.
Last time we were here, I was trying to tell you the name of the weaver that I loved so much, and it's Nova Mercury is on Instagram. This is her book. I bought this for myself.
Okay, why did I think this was her?
No.
I remember you telling me.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it mixed up. You guys, if you guys are looking, this came on Amazon. An amazing book.
I should look into if we can get that in our shop
Tracy.
because it's got, if you are like a beginning weaver, Or if you want to get into more complicated things, this is such a great book.
Okay.
So what is
Talk about using up your stash, you guys.
fiber artist and creator of Nova Mercury? I guess her name
Okay.
is Jen Duffin. I did not know that.
Great book.
But check out the Instagram page. She's amazing. And
Oh, that did come first. Because when you said, did my book come? And I said, no, but I had this book already. I thought.
you have it already?
No, I had it already. And you said, did you get my book? I said, no, I just got the one Sabrina sent.
I've
thought
never
Sabrina
sent gifts through Amazon before, so
I
yay.
got it.
Good. Guess what I bought the other day? Circle hoops. I got 4. You want a couple?
I feel like we should have a weaving
I want to do
morning
a
with Amber.
circular weaving morning.
Yes.
And last time, if you guys, Jodi and I shared weavings we made at the Knit Social Retreat with the Rachel of Spin Cycle.
Obsessed.
And we used all knit collage bulky yarn, super bulky yarn, and we're weaving artists now.
Yeah.
It made it so fun.
This was also Modern Weave. This is also another book. This is the book Sabrina and Megan gave.
Yes.
Also incredibly amazing, you
And
guys.
so beautiful.
Like just something as simple as making a tassel to go around your curtain.
Yeah. I don't have that one. That's beautiful.
Oh, this is a beautiful book as
and
well.
it's kind of coffee table-ish. It's a beautiful hardcover.
a beautiful artist. These are both stunning books. Highly recommend either or both.
Jodi, I love it.
Yeah. Because I'm a weaver.
Last time I sort of said, oh, you know, I just bought some fun things and I was bummed that they're stuck in the Canada Post thing, but they weren't. They hadn't been shipped yet.
Oh, good.
So one of our all-time favorites, Long Way Homestead.
Yes.
I was talking about their calendar that they produce every year. They have their own mill in Manitoba, Canada. They mill their own yarn. They raise their own flock of sheep. And they process wool for other yarn companies.
That's so cute. You got me that one last time.
Yes. And so I did get 2. And I thought for sure these are going to go
Do
in
what-
the 12 days of giveaways. But there's Anna herself. And if you're familiar with the yarn store Bad Anna's in Vancouver, she's the original Anna of Bad Anna's. But they took off and now they are sheep people and yarn people. This is phenomenal. Every month is a different sheep breed with a beautiful photo. But they do produce this calendar and sales from it go to buy feed for their flock.
I love
for
that,
the
you
year.
guys.
So of course I'm getting in a calendar. And also in their shop, they have the coolest merch. So I got a couple of tote bags, which I love. And then this one is this support local sheep farmers, wear wool, Long Way Homestead. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. I was in a shopping mood. And then I purchased some skeins of their Grassland yarn, which is a sport weight, and they do marled versions. So they'll do a ply in an undyed and then dye it, and then I guess they ply them together to make these fun marls. There's also a yellow, and I think there was a green. But here's what the yarn is completely undyed.
I love the rusticness of this.
Me too.
I love the thick and the imperfection of the twist and the spin and the ply. These are beautiful.
Okay, let me read you the yarn band really quickly. This yarn was grown by sheep raised on pasture in Manitoba. By reconnecting with the source of our fiber and the land base it is grown on, fiber artists can support small farms, reduce our reliance on fossil fuels, and help restore natural pasture lands.
I love it.
And Anna also authored a book called Sheep Shepherd Land if you want to learn any more about what it's like to be a shepherd and the environmental impact and what it means in the big scope of the big picture. It is a phenomenal book and also a great gift. Anna, I just saw an Instagram post from her, and she was talking about what it means to support small business too, kind of just like we were, and how difficult it is. She's in a rural area, and the Canada Post strike is very difficult for them because I don't know that the courier options are as good for her.
They don't. Couriers don't do PO boxes.
Right. So they have actually just put a big sale on her like online classes and stuff too. So if you wanted to go support,
yes.
you could purchase a breed of the month yarn club or fiber club or a class, or there's all kinds of things. And if you're local in Manitoba, you could pick, I think, local pickup. You can just go pick your stuff up. So anyway, this was a great
beautiful,
package to
beautiful.
receive, so I love it.
I love those rusticy farm yarns that you just know that are so lovingly made.
Canadian wool,
Beautiful.
Canadian
Love
processed,
Love
and
it
we
all.
love that kind of stuff.
Okay, so my last thing we talked about when we were at the beautiful Maryland Magpie Fibres.
Yes.
They had done a colorway for us for the weekend, and it sold so fast. We didn't get a skein, but we were sent some now. We just received our package. It's called Canadian Tuxedo. They sent it on their swanky DK base. We thought this was so cheeky and so funny, you guys. Canadian Tuxedo meaning jeans on the bottom, jeans on the top, jeans for your hat.
It was in honor of our visit, and that
Yeah.
was really touching and hilarious. As soon as we came in the front door, there was a table of it.
Yeah. It's so...
Which disappeared.
Yeah, it did,
Everybody
yeah.
loved it.
You can just see, you guys, it's got this beautiful like denim indigo color throughout. It's got a really beautiful like light sky blue base, but it's got these great little flecks of golds and browns. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
So Canadian Tuxedo can be found at magpiefibres.com.
And their yarn base is cashmere. Like Swanky is a cashmere blend.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was phenomenal, and I love it. I love the sense of humor of the ladies.
Yeah. So we want to remind you, we don't say it every time, but we want to remind you guys, if you're looking for any information that we've talked about on this episode, we always have a link to every episode with all of the show notes that BJ has compiled in our Ravelry group.
What we started pasting it.
What we've started doing, Tracie is copying and pasting right below this video. Once it's uploaded live on YouTube this afternoon, you'll find all of those that information below. That's going to be a good find because not everyone's.
It is a good find, and it just wasn't the way we started, so it's like just a pivoting, and so I just have to remember to do that. And really, BJ does all the heavy lifting. In all the years of doing this, we have never had someone volunteer to take show notes for us, and we are so grateful. It is a huge job. We talk about a lot. We talk really fast, and we are just so grateful to BJ and Star that are always here, and they help so much. We love all of you guys, and we just appreciate that help so much. It's just
amazing.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
So someone just asked, what would you make with Canadian Tuxedo?
Anything. Like, I love a one skein project with a cowl, a shawl, even shawls. Like, I've knit speckly shawls like this with their exact yarn. I think a hat.
I think this would be stunning. If you like blues or someone you know like blues, I think anything you make will be stunning.
I mean, if you put this up here, this is such a beautiful color. And so, look, it makes blue eyes just pop.
You guys, it is so effortless to wear something like this. Think about like denim on the bottom, a white tee, and like a little neck thing.
This bandana thing would be perfect.
Wouldn't it be?
You could double strand DK yarn and knit this pattern exactly the way it's written. It's a free pattern.
We have some I'm going to keep one.
I don't know if it's free. I think so.
And we've got some to give away. So maybe you'd like to put some in 12 days.
Sure.
I'm going to keep one.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Yes. I'm definitely going to knit something. I love a good souvenir knit.
Me too. I think it's going to be something like this. And maybe I hold like a similar color fuzz with it.
Okay, it's 11:33, and I know you have to go.
Our movie's at 12:30. So
I know, but still, you don't want to rush. You don't want to rush too much. I do have things next week, too, that I want to share, and I'll try and remember to make a little list for myself. Because or maybe I'll just start the project. I'm going to start a new project, too. Gift, again, which I love.
You?
Yeah.
How many more do you have? Did you start knitting for Mom?
No. That's the one I'm going to start. Yeah. But I also finally figured out the pattern, and it's super simple and easy and beautiful. So
and not having so many work responsibilities right now is allowing for like lots of gift knitting time.
Now it is absolutely allowing that.
Don't forget your 15 minutes a day.
I know, you guys. And like Jodi's saying, she's doing her gnome. She's doing her sock stripe. I mean, it can be that simple.
It's bringing me joy.
Right?
Yeah.
I just think we need to prioritize ourselves when it's crazy at this time of year, when you're being pulled in so many directions of have-tos, like you have to. I think adding to that list where you have to give yourself 15 minutes of downtime.
I agree.
Really goes a long way. And it can be a cup of tea. It can be watching Vlogmas, which I cannot believe all the people that edit videos every day. One day, if we get it together, maybe we'll do some kind of Vlogmas thing. I'm just appreciative. There's so much work that goes into that.
I was just looking at...
Getting content and then you edit it and upload it every day?
Right.
Anyway.
I would just want to look at our thing and seeing, are you guys did we get a thing put up for 15 minutes a day?
No.
Oh.
But I will.
Okay.
Today.
That's okay.
No,
I can do it too. I wish I should teach myself how to open a thread, because then I certainly don't have to wait for you to do it.
It's no big deal.
But it's kind of nice. We talked about the chatter, so people can kind of, there's a lot of people that like to be, you know, in the group and chatting and stay connected.
And it's a really nice way. People use, you know, you think, oh, Ravelry is just there for me to find a pattern or whatever, but it is really a social media. It is people meeting each other and asking questions and connecting and bonding and all of that stuff. So
being a difficult time of year for people,
100%,
that we understand and can sympathize that there's a lot of sadness in this month.
And especially those that are home alone or just missing those so many people and they just can't wait for this holiday season to be over.
So
we see you.
These little things, being able to maybe chat with somebody and not have to maybe think about for 5 minutes about your life is super important.
Like, and show us your, I don't know, maybe you bake brownies or maybe you whatever for 15 minutes. I don't know what it is, but I hope you do manage to find 15 minutes for yourself. Honestly, it's just 15 minutes of less scrolling TikTok and Instagram.
Right.
Right? And I hope you do, you know, knit a few rounds on a sock or whatever you happen to do. But I think ultimately we will be here next week.
We will be here next week. But like chill, and we're going to be knitting, and maybe not so much content, but maybe answering your questions. And
right. Maybe we'll do a little baking and sample some snackies. And
oh my God.
Maybe we'll have some treats and we'll just sit here and eat on the internet, because that's a great idea. I'm
going to go eat nachos and Coke Zero for lunch at the movie theater.
And don't wait too long to go to the bathroom, because it's going to take you. Is it going to take you a while to get there? Do you have to take any? Are you going to take a cane?
I'll use a cane. Yeah.
Good.
Because I was using nothing for the last day, and I didn't set myself back, but you can certainly tell that might have been a little early. Right.
Yeah.
So just the little bit of leverage with a cane was great.
Good.
Carson, sending you love.
Much love to you, Carson.
Sending everyone.
It's so good to see
you.
And it's great to see you, all of you, for joining us. Thank you for being here live. It is a crazy time. Thank you for visiting with us later. We really love it. If you haven't subscribed,
do that.
We would love that too,
yeah.
Actually. We really would. It's just a pleasure to be here, and we're just so lucky to see you and be with you. So take care.
Take care.
Be well. Take your 15 minutes, and we love you. See you next week. Mwah.